What's up, everybody? Welcome to Why We Love Horror Trivia. Last week, we started round 2 of the teams tournament, had 2 big matches, 2 teams making it to the semifinals, that being the Crazed Butt Stabbers. They're in the semifinals. She Died Dude, they're in the semifinals. And tonight, we're going to find out the second 2 teams in the semifinals. And I was debating before the match even started, like which one of these matches should lead off and which one should be the main event. And I made a game time decision that this is going to be your first match of the evening. 2 teams that... well, they're both very good, and one just proved that they were good, and another team proved that they were freaking incredible, but who knows, the team they played might not have been a great team. We'll explore the depths of that as we bring in our competitors. Starting with your first competitors, Trapped to Perfection, Henry Confidential, Austin Pez Howell. Are you the team that was good, or are you the team that we don't know if you're good because your opponents were bad?
No, we had a close game, so it's not.
Okay, so it wasn't you guys.
Yeah. Now, our game went down to like the last question, so that definitely wasn't us.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
Our video didn't take 10 minutes, so I don't think that was us.
Yeah.
Okay. And no shade to the team I'm talking about. They will rebuild and come back better. I guarantee it. Well, how are you guys feeling about the match tonight?
It's always a pleasure to be with Pez. You know, we complement each other so well. There's so many times where like he'll know something, I don't know something, I know something, he doesn't know something, or we both know it. So it's like whoever can say it out of our dumb faces quicker. So it's always a fun time.
Yeah, I mean, we prep in different ways. We watch different types of things. Yeah, we have different histories when it comes to horror. So, but I think that helps us because we're not always studying the same exact thing or, have the same exact expertise. So I think that's good in a team. We played the Webs last time, and I think what helped us is that they know a lot of the same stuff, but they're not going to know a lot of things outside their own wheelhouse because they all watch the same things together and we look at different things. So hopefully that'll help us again today. We'll see what happens.
Well, let's see how it goes. Your opponents this evening. A rookie team, only 1 match under their belts, but they're familiar faces in this community, especially this person, Abby Rooks and her partner, Jake Meltzer. It's Black Shabbat. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good. I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. I'm just ready to get this started. Let's play.
Well, I'm gonna put some of my own background music in here, I think, just to counteract the other music.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. No, it's okay. Well, let's get started with the rules. 3 rounds of horror trivia today, and it all starts with round number 1, which is the whiteboard round. Prior to the match, these teams drafted 4 categories each for a total of 8 questions. I'll ask questions in the category of those. I'll ask questions in the order those categories were drafted. I've been speaking English for 4 decades. After each question is read, all contestants have 15 seconds to write their answers on their whiteboards. Then I'll call time. Pens will be put down. A player called upon. They can show and state their answer. Correct answer is worth a point. No penalty for incorrect answers. And for the duration of this match, both teams have 4 repeats and a challenge. Any questions before we get started? All right. The first category that was drafted, no shockers. It's the Saw franchise. And what's the question? What evidence does Hoffman plant at the crime scene to frame Strom at the beginning of Saw 6? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Henry, what do you got?
His fingerprints.
And Abby?
I don't know. I just said a picture. I thought there was a picture of someone.
Pez?
Fingerprints.
And Jake?
No idea. I said videotape.
Fingerprints is correct. Traps to Perfection jumping out to a quick lead here as we move on to our second category, French language horror. In what French language movie will you find an inn run by a family gang of neo-Nazis? With the most eclectic, I wouldn't say friendly, group of neo-Nazis you've ever seen in a movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Abby.
Frontiers.
And Pez.
Nazi zombies.
Jake.
Spelled the French way, sans the accent. Frontiers.
And Henry.
I wasn't even going to waste ink.
Yeah. And we're all tied up. It is Frontiers. Moving on to M. Night Shyamalan. Who plays the youngest Hess child, Bo, in Signs? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Pez.
Little Abigail Breslin.
And Jake.
Abigail Breslin.
And Henry.
Little Miss Sunshine herself, Abigail Breslin.
And Abby.
No, I didn't write anything.
Abby missing the Abby question. Abigail Breslin is correct. Your fourth category is A24. The tracks Hair in the Woods, William's Confession, and Caleb's Seduction can be found on the soundtrack to which A24 movie? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Jake.
The Vavitch.
And Henry.
I just like Green.
And Abby.
The Vavitch.
The Vavitch makes
And
sense.
Pez.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just said talk to me. I don't know.
The Witch is correct.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't like that movie.
And we asked you to remember character names we know. Moving on to Frank Darabont written. The final scene of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein takes place in what ocean? Little geography. We're just going all over the place today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Henry. And Abby.
Is the Arctic Ocean a thing?
And Paz.
The wraparound is all in the Arctic, so they said the Arctic Ocean.
And Jake.
Arctic Ocean.
The Arctic Ocean is correct. Moving on to recent releases. In A Violent Nature, what activity is Aurora doing on the cliff before Johnny kills her and throws her body toward the lake? He doesn't actually reach the lake. He does throw it towards the lake, though. Give it his best shot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Abby, what do you got?
Yoga.
And Pez?
I hope so, because that's what I wrote. Yoga.
Jake?
Is this that infamous yoga kill I've been hearing so much about?
Yeah.
And Henry?
Is yoga considered aerobics?
It is specifically yoga. She is definitely doing yoga. Moving on to question number 7 in movie release dates. What year saw the release of Exorcist II, The Heretic, The Sentinel, and Eraserhead? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Also saw the release of Kirk Kolakowski. Pez, what do you got?
1980.
And Jake.
1977.
Henry.
I also said 1980.
And Abby.
I said 88.
Jake is correct. 1977, all those movies came out. And your final question in director filmography. Who directed all 3 Feast movies, Piranha 3 Double D, and Children of the Corn Runaway?
I swear I've gotten this question before about Piranha 3 Double D, and I can't remember this.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. His dad's relatively famous too. Jake, what do you got?
Yeah, I was trying to remember if it was him or his dad. I said John Gulager.
Henry.
I said Mick G.
Abby.
No.
And Pez.
Still couldn't remember the answer, even though I know I've got this question before.
It is Clu Gulager's son, John Gulager, is correct.
Okay.
At the end of round 1, I have Black Shabbat in the lead 11-6, but the game is still a lot of game to be played. We're going to move on to round number 2, which is the wheel round. All 8 of those categories from round 1 are now on a wheel. Teams will spin the wheel and then choose whether they would like to take the category landed on or utilize their 1 respin. When a category is selected or landed on via respin, teams will receive 5 questions in that category with 2 points apiece. All questions have the option to have multiple choice answers read as well. If teams choose, questions become worth 1 point at that time. Answers must be preceded or afterwards by the phrase final answer to be counted. In the event of an incorrect answer, the opposing team may steal for the current point value of the question. Black Shabbat, since you're in the lead, you can choose whether you'd like to spin first or defer. Let's go over today's categories. We got the Saw franchise, French language horror, M. Night Shyamalan, A24, Frank Darabont written, recent releases, movie release dates, and director filmography. Would you like to spin first or defer?
I don't mind first, but what do you think?
I mean, I kind of want to defer just because I want to know sort of what we have to do afterwards.
That works.
We will defer to the Traps of Perfection. Here's your first spin. Lands on A24. Do you want to take that or spin again?
I
kind of feel like we're down by 5. We need to ace of strength and try to get one. That's kind of my strategy. If we get it,
I like it, but there's some blind spots still.
Yeah, I think we're pretty solid here to respin.
All right, respin coming up. And you get movie release dates, which I do believe you're at least slightly more confident in. So we will bring in.
Other than Eraserhead, we both said 80. What were we thinking?
The Sentinel threw me off. I could have sworn it was 80 for the Sentinel. That's what threw me off. So that's all it was.
Movie release dates. And let me pull up my documents as well so I don't make any mistakes. All right, your first question. What year saw the release of Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones?
14?
15. 2007. 2008. I think it's earlier, like 2011.
5, 4, 3.
Extension.
It's your first repeat.
Study it against Will.
Because the fourth one, they made him pretty quickly. They cracked him out fast.
That's fair. All right, I owe you a couple from the last game, so if you will go with your gut.
Yeah. I don't remember when I saw it, but I'm just going to go for it. 2011. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal. What year saw the release of Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones?
I think it is either 2014 or 15.
You want to go 14? I have only seen the first one, so
Okay.
I haven't really tracked this. So let's go with 2014.
Yeah.
3.
2014, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Good
It
job,
is
man.
the 5th movie in the franchise, actually, not the 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Your next question. What is the longest gap in years between the release of 2 movies in the Halloween franchise?
Well, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is 09 and 2018.
07, then 2002, but 2018, it's 2009 to 2018 for the new Halloween. It's got to be 9 years. It's got to be 9 years because everything else was pretty rapid succession.
You want to go with that?
Yes.
9 years.
Final answer.
That's correct. For 2
Yes.
points.
Close to the other one is 7 between 88 and 95.
Your third question. What year saw the release of the original Carnival of Souls?
This one we have to go multiple. I just don't even know what the ballpark is.
Okay. Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, 1960, B, 1961, C, 1962, or D, 1963?
My gut was like something with a 1 at the end. I couldn't remember if it was 51 or 61.
All right, I was between 61 and 62, so you want to 61?
Yeah, let's go with that.
B.
60. Yeah, 61. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, 1960, B, 1961, C, 1962, or D, 1963?
I think it's 1962. That was my initial gut.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have much of a clue.
If it's the other one I was thinking, oh well. 1962, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Nice.
Your penultimate question, as the kids say. How many years separate the Japanese and American versions of Pulp?
The original one was 2001. I believe the remake was 2006 or 7. 7, yeah.
6. I always mix that up with Pandorum for no other reason. I think that's 8, right? So 6.
Yeah.
So 5 years.
5 years. 5 final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal. How many years separate the Japanese and American versions of Pulse?
I think the American one came out in 2005, so that would be 4 years, because I think the Japanese one did come out in 2001.
Okay.
If we're on the wrong side of the sandwich, I will, but 4 years, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. 2001 to 2005.
God damn it.
Span.
I'm always like a year off, literally.
And your final question. How many years separate The Babysitter and Babysitter Killer Queen?
So that's
2017.
2020. So 3 years.
I'm pretty confident the original one was the 17. I didn't see the sequel.
Killer Queen's 2020. Pretty sure.
Okay. I'll go with your gut this time.
Yeah, it's 2020 or 2021. I'll give them a free one because they're going to guess one other. You know what I mean? So,
right.
So 3 years?
Yeah.
3, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And let me pause this for a second because
in there, but
that's up to you.
though there was no challenge, I felt my answer for Pulse was incorrect, and I was correct that my answer was incorrect. So I am going to reverse my decision and award Pez and Henry the 2 points for it. It did come out in 2006, not 2005 as I originally thought. It was an American release date kind of issue. So not that I'm docking Black Shabbat points, but they did not earn those points. So at the end of that half of the round, the score is 14-12, with it now being Black Shabbat's chance to spin the wheel.
Appreciate that.
Great.
You're welcome. I am fair. Here's your first bit. And you land on M. Night Shyamalan. You have to spin. Take that or spin again.
I have been keeping track. Who has 14 and who has 12?
You have 14 and they have 12.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
I feel pretty good about this. I just ran a few of these, and so I would feel pretty good taking it. It's not it's not the best category for us on here, but I feel pretty good about it. And we've both seen all of these. So
yeah.
There's only a couple where I'm like on, but
yeah, if you feel okay with it, I'm okay with trying this one.
I think we're in a good spot where we can give ourselves a little bit of leeway. So I'm okay taking it.
Sure.
Let's take it.
Okay. Talking M. Night Shyamalan then. Your first question. Who plays Ivy's father, Edward, in The Village?
It's William Hurt, I think, plays Edward. He's like the main elder of the village or something, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
William Hurt, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Graham uses the reflective surface of what to look under Reddy's pantry door in Signs?
This was not one of the ones I revisited leading up to this, so I would need multiple choice.
Yeah, I agree.
Multiple choice, please.
A, tinfoil, B, a mirror, C, a knife, or D, a saw blade?
Isn't it a knife?
Yeah, that's what stuck out to me also. Let's just go with that.
Sure. Knife, final answer?
That is correct for 1 point.
Yeah, because then he cuts the fingers.
Oh, yes.
Damn.
Your third question. What New Jersey city is Julian headed to when he becomes infected in The Happening?
It's Princeton.
Okay.
Jeremy Strong in this movie is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's Princeton, final answer.
Princeton is correct.
Cheese and crackers.
Your penultimate question. In The Sixth Sense, after Cole admitted that he could see dead people, what mental health diagnosis does Malcolm give him?
Oh, it's schizophrenia.
That would have been my guess.
Yeah, it took me a second. I'm pretty sure it's schizophrenia.
Okay.
Schizophrenia, final answer.
That is correct. Here is where we stand. If you hit this for 2, it is a knockout. So this is the final question of the category. How many different actors play Trent, Guy and Priska's son, across the events of old?
It's 3, right?
Yes.
Or is Or is it?
There's the young.
Is it 4? There's the really young one. There's like, no, I think it's 4 because there's the young one. There's like another one. Then there's Alex Wolf, and then there's the old guy.
Right.
I don't care if we go for it and miss. It's fine. 4, final answer.
And your winners, Black Shabbat. It is 4, and exactly how you broke it down. 2 kids I don't know the names of, the Wolf kid and the old guy, is exactly what I would have said. So we'll drop this thing back, and we'll start our post-match interviews with the second place finishers. Traps to Perfection, guys. It was just like a brick wall, I guess. I don't know what to say. How you feeling?
Yeah, we got our asses kicked. Ain't no bones about it. We got our asses handed to us. And, it is what it is. We both missed, their strength questions on our own one, so that didn't help, putting us 4 points behind right there. French language horror, 824, whatever. It is what it is. The movie release dates, I like getting it because it's data questions, It's like there's no character names, locations, whatever. But you never know what you're going to get. So it's like, it can be anything. So it can be a little tricky.
And I'm pissed. I'm like, 80 just was like, boom. I'm like, in hindsight, yeah, it definitely wasn't 80. I think Elephant meant 80.
No, I should have taken a extension and thought about that more. That's on me too. I kind of let this one down because I went a lot of my guts on some of those. So that's on me. It's not on Henry. So
I'm going to give you guys that silver lining though. If you're paying attention to the channel, Pez won a very special honor. So even though you guys lost this match, Pez does have the right to interject you guys into the championship match if he chooses to.
I was going to say, you may or may not be the last time you see us in this tournament. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah, I will say to the audience out there, they may come back if Pez chooses to. It's all on Austin Pez Howell's shoulders, whether we see them again in this team's tournament. Henry, last words.
I mean, there's not many people that beat Jake, so it's just one of those things that he's a buzzsaw, and obviously Abby, she's proved herself for a year plus or around that time. So them collectively, they saw what they did to the other team. At least we got a couple extra questions. Okay, it's progress. So hopefully the next team can at least take them to round 3.
All right, well, we will see what happens, guys. We'll see you soon either way. We'll be having some singles matches. You'll be in them, and then maybe we'll see you back in teams. Who knows? See you next time. Bringing today's winners: Black Shabbat, Abby, Jake. You guys did it. That is unprecedented. That's 2 knockouts in a row. How are you guys feeling?
I mean, I feel great. I mean, I think once again we played really well. I mean, they played well too. Henry and Pez, I think they played very well. And I was very nervous to play them, honestly. But I'm really happy with how we did today. I think even with picking Shyamalan, I think in the back of my head I knew most of those questions, so I feel pretty good.
Jake?
Yeah, I knew this was going to be a harder match than the last one because I knew they prepared. But then again, I mean, I don't want to, I know people think I'm, conceited or whatever, but, movie release dates is a strength of mine. So them putting it on the wheel was like, okay, that's a strength. That's an extra strength. And then they missed a couple, which I didn't expect. So I was like, okay, I feel pretty confident in stealing these. But the one that she took one that I didn't know. I didn't know Paranormal Activity. I've only seen one of those movies. So Abby was great. Abby was great too. She knew stuff I didn't, and vice versa. We just complement each other really well. I think we just have a broad base of knowledge between the two of us, and we still haven't accomplished anything yet. Yeah, 2 knockouts is cool, but we're not top shit yet. We still got a ways to go on that. So
we do know who your next opponents are. In last week's episode, we found out that one of the other semifinal qualifiers, Matthew Chen, Adelaide Spence, she died, dude, will be your next opponents. How do you feel about facing those 2 characters?
I feel fantastic. I don't really know Matthew that well, but he seems like a really chill dude. And Spence I consider a friend. So that's just going to be a really chill match. I'm going to probably watch Repo the Genetic Opera finally because they're probably going to give us horror musicals. And that's okay.
That's absolutely happening. There's no way it's not happening.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. So I'm just expecting a totally chill match. Really great vibes all around. Regardless of what happens, it's just going to be a fun time.
All right. Well, that being said, I'm going to drop you guys back. Stay tuned. There's another match coming up. The Scream Kings, Hunter Chambliss, Jeremy Adams taking on Return, Revenge, Resurrection, Dean Manness, Alex Rupp. Right.
Hello, and thank you for your business. Why not stop by our refreshment stand? We have all kinds of special treats, but don't take my word for it. Take it away, fellas!
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a time. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time. Popcorn for all, hell's on its way. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
2 minutes till showtime. There's still plenty of time to visit the refreshment stand.
Come on down to the snack bar, cut your eyes out, cut your eyes out, have a good time to the snack bar. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
Welcome back from the break. It is now time for your main event. I brought Aaron in because he can't show favoritism because his wife isn't playing. So
no, none of these four guys are my wife. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Yeah. Now people are going to stop watching. This is the second half of the show. This is the match I determined should be the main event. We got Return, Revenge, Resurrection on a tear right now. Clicking, obviously, very knowledgeable team, but they're going up against another very knowledgeable team, the Scream Kings, the Hitman Hunter Chambliss, the Jeremy Adams, two old heads in the community. I mean, I'm sure Hunter doesn't like being called an old head, but he's an old head now. That being said, RRR has chosen to come in first. So Dean Manness, Alex Rupp, Return, Revenge, Resurrection. You guys are kicking ass, taking names, I guess. How you feeling?
I felt better before Hunter said he watched all the Lake Placid movies.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, we could be in trouble. I don't think we expected to go 2-0, so we're pretty happy with that. If we went 3-0, I think we'd be very surprised again, but we're going to give our best today.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's see what your opponents have to say. Hitman Hunter Chambliss, the Jeremy Adams, it's the Scream Kings. They love those Scream movies. Oh, did we lose somebody? Jeremy's back again. There he is. We got him this time. All right. How are you guys feeling today?
I'm doing fantastic. Yes, I did study up the Lake Placid movies. Curse you guys for putting that on the list because those are awful movies. But I'm super excited to be here. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, it's always exciting to get a chance in the horror division. I'm always a little nervous here. I know we're playing a great team today, but we'll do our best between me and Hunter. We have some knowledge, and things went our way last time, so we're hoping to keep that going.
All right. Well, let's get right into it. We're talking about 3 rounds of horror trivia, and round 1 in teams is the whiteboard round. Before the match, both teams drafted 4 categories. I wrote 8 questions. We're going to ask them in the order the categories were drafted. After each question is read, competitors have 15 seconds to write their answers down on their whiteboards. At the end of that 15 seconds, I'll call time. People put their pens down. We'll call on everybody one at a time, and they'll turn their board around. They'll show their answer. They'll state their answer. If they get the question right, they get a point for their team. If they get it wrong, no harm, no foul. Nothing happens. For the duration of the match, both teams have 4 repeats and 1 challenge. Any questions before we get started?
Nope.
Well, the Scream Kings are in this match, so the first question is going to be in Scream, as usual. Throughout the franchise, Judy Hicks is associated several times with what specific dessert food?
Yeah, Scream. You ever heard of these movies?
This is like the little engine that could, like that little indie films that could. Wes Craven, I mean, he did something eventually. 5, 4,
eventually.
2, 1. Pens down. Hunter, what dessert does she make all the time?
Lemon squares. They taste like ass.
Alex, what do you got?
I said cupcakes. I don't know.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I didn't have it. I said apple pie.
And Dean?
I said carrot cake, lemon squares.
She does make lemon squares that reputedly taste like ass. That is correct. Moving on to everybody's favorite sci-fi franchise after Sharknado, Lake Placid.
All right.
Different directors have worked on movies in the Lake Placid franchise.
And I'll get the next 2, John, since I'm your co-host.
Crap. Sorry.
It's good to be here and remembered.
I was excited to read the Lake Placid.
Yeah, no problem. I'll get the next one.
5.
We'll be back.
You get the next 2. 3,
Fine.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Alex.
It's 6.
And Jeremy.
Dang it, I said 5.
And Dean.
All 6 of them.
And Hunter.
I said 3.
Every movie has a different director, so there's 6 of them.
Ooh.
That is correct. So with that, reversing it around, Return of Revenge Resurrection taking the lead, and Aaron's going to read you 2 questions.
Hello, everybody. I'm your co-host. Question number 3, Jordan Peele. Ghost Town by The Specials fittingly plays over the opening scene in what Jordan Peele-related film? Yeah.
You like The Specials, right?
I love The Specials.
Who doesn't love The Specials?
They should have opened for Childish Gambino when I went to see him. 5, 4, 3. I can count down myself too. 1. Very controlling tonight. All right, over to Jeremy.
Nope.
All right, and Dean.
Is that movie called Wendell and Wild?
And Hunter.
Wendell and Wild.
And no, Alex? No. Okay. Yeah, the answer is Wendell and Wild.
Okay.
Because they literally show the ghost town in the beginning of the movie. The ghost town in Buffalo Belzer's tummy.
And to get back on track, question number 4, Daria Nicolodi. Before Kazanian is killed in Central Park in Inferno, he is attacked by a large group of what animals? I would have gotten this one either way, so it's not like you reading the question got me into the spot where I had to say that name that I didn't know. But yeah, haven't gotten to this one yet.
Fair enough.
5, 4, 3. I'm getting the light. 2, 1. Dean?
There's a lot of groups of animal attacks in this movie. I think it's rats.
All right. Hunter?
I said birds.
And Alex?
It's rats.
And Jeremy?
Rats.
Rats is correct.
Moving on to question number 5. We're back in rhythm. Going on to the movies that were produced by this other guy I don't know about, Steven Spielberg. In Gremlins, Kate's second job, where she doesn't work with Billy, is at what type of location?
Yeah, this movie was pretty good.
She's a busy girl, that girl. And we'll wind it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hunter, where's Kate's second job at?
Sears.
And Alex? Is Alex frozen?
Alex, come back.
He might be frozen.
Oh, he's there. He's there.
Alex,
Sorry.
you
Bar.
all right. Jeremy?
Bar/pub.
And Dean.
Bar.
He works at a bar. That's correct.
Sorry, Jeremy.
That's okay.
All right. Alex, are you good, or do we want to make
Yeah,
sure
I
you're good?
should be good. StreamYard, my computer doesn't like StreamYard.
No worries. Okay. Well, the question's up. All right. Question number 6. Who plays Deputy Frank Hawkins in the David Gordon Green Halloween trilogy? These were better when I rewatched them. I'll admit that. 5, 4, 3, 2.
We go to repeat.
Yep. And the question of Jamie Lee Curtis, who plays Deputy Frank Hawkins in the David Gordon Green Halloween trilogy? And like I said before, these were better on a rewatch. All 3 of them.
There's nothing wrong with them. It's not like they're not like their Exorcist movies or anything like that. They're Halloween movies, so they're okay.
They're fine. True. All right. Answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeremy?
Will Patton.
All right. Dean?
I blanked.
Hunter?
Nothing.
Alex?
Will Patton.
Yes.
Will Patton is correct.
That's right.
Your penultimate question in Jack Nicholson. What year saw the release of The Witches of Eastwick?
Never seen it.
Never seen it? This movie
No.
is one of those movies my parents taped when I was a kid, and it was just on all the time.
Okay. Yeah. It's just missed that
Release
one.
dates.
Okay. So we know how old John is.
It's just an answer.
I didn't say how old I was. But we did skip over Alex, so we'll start with Alex this time. What do you got?
Fuck. I'm sorry, Alex.
Oh, no, that's good. I just said 1982. I don't know. Sorry for the glare.
That's okay. Jeremy?
1987.
And Dean?
1989.
And Hunter?
I said 1986.
One of you is right. It's 1987, and I was 8 years old.
Good job, Jeremy.
Jeremy was also 8 years old.
I was not born.
I was.
I was not born yet. All right.
I actually saw that movie in the drive-in. That's how old I am.
I was not born yet. Question number 8. John Carpenter. In They Live, the first person Nada sees that mentions that there is a conspiracy against humanity has what profession? Spoiler alert, they don't live.
I guess. Depends who they is.
3. Take that however you want. 2, 1. Let's go to Dean.
I got priest.
All right, Hunter.
I said a teacher / a professor.
All right, Alex.
I went construction worker.
All right, and Jeremy.
I went general and said clergy.
Clergy, priest. I'm going to accept both as a Jew. I don't really know the difference.
All right. At the end of round 1, I have a Return, Revenge, Resurrection in the lead, 9-7. It's a close game. We'll drop that back. Round 2 is the wheel round. All 8 categories from round 1 are now on a wheel. Teams will spin the wheel and then choose whether they would like to take the category they land on or utilize one respin. When a category is selected or landed on via respin, teams will receive 5 questions in that category with 2 points apiece. All questions have the option to have multiple choice answers read as well if teams should choose that, and then questions become worth 1 point at that time. Answers must be preceded or followed by the phrase final answer to be counted. In the event of an incorrect answer, look out. The opposing team can steal the current point value of the question. Bring that wheel in. Return, Revenge, Resurrection. You have the option if you want to spin first or defer. Categories in the wheel today: the Scream franchise, the Lake Placid franchise, Jordan Peele in any role, Daria Nicolodi acted, Spielberg produced, Jamie Lee Curtis acted, Jack Nicholson acted, and John Carpenter directed. Would you like to spin first or defer?
I think we probably want them to go first.
Okay.
Or what do you think?
All right.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Take it first.
Scream Kings are the first one.
All right.
You get Jordan Peele. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
how do you feel about this, Jeremy? I mean, I'm pretty good at it. I know you studied up on some of this. There are worse categories that we probably could land on.
Yeah, there's a couple of things here that could kill us. I think we should probably go with it.
All right, let's keep it then.
All right, we're going to go with it. All right, so we are going to be talking about some Jordan Peele. Aaron, you want to read these questions or should I read these questions?
You know what? I'm going to let you read these questions, John.
You got it. All right. Hunter, Jeremy, here's your first question. What specifically does Raoul's mother do for a living in Wendell and Wild?
I got to defer to you on this.
I have an idea, but he said specifically, so I'm going to go multiple choices.
All right, multiple, yeah.
All right. A, mayor's assistant. B, forensic accountant. C, paralegal. Or D, court clerk.
Jeremy, I'm pretty sure she's a paralegal. I know she is in the film. I know she's trying to do a lawsuit. So I'm going to go paralegal. Final answer.
That is correct. She is a paralegal. Your second question. What does Adelaide stab Red with during their fight in Us?
Oh. Wait. She stabs her with. Oh, it's a fire poker, I believe. It's like one of those to stoke the fire.
Yeah.
Fire poker, wood poker. Final answer.
That's correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who appears in both Us and 2021's Candyman?
Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
Yeah.
I don't. Is it the second or third, Jeremy? Do you remember?
The third, I think.
You want to go for it?
You say it.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen the third. Final answer.
I'm not even going to be a dick. It's the second, but you guys got it.
That's the second.
Okay. Thank God.
That's fine. Like, I can't say, oh, you're wrong. You want to steal for two, and then they say two.
I just wanted to be sure because.
Yeah. If you got Yahya Abdul-Mateen out, I don't care about him.
Okay. Thank God.
No offense to Yahya Abdul-Mateen. I love your name. Your penultimate question.
Junior.
What specific items did the Haywoods set up on their land surrounding their ranch to show roughly where the UFO is at any given time in Nope?
It's the wacky, wavy, inflatable, and tube man.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Wacky. I can't say it. Jeremy, do you want to say it?
Figure it out in 5.
The inflatable tube man. Final answer.
That's correct. I just have inflatable tube man is fine. That's
fine.
Say it is a jump.
You don't need to do the full family. You don't need to do the whole Family Guy bit. It's fine.
Yeah.
And your final question: who plays Jeremy Armitage, Rose's brother, in Get Out?
Caleb Landry Jones. Yeah, Caleb Landry Jones. Final answer.
And that is correct for 2 points.
Good
Glad
job.
I did get something. Great job, Hunter.
Almost a full 10 points lead of the category. You are up to 16. Return Revenge Resurrection still has 9. So we'll put this Jordan Peele thing away. We'll bring the wheel back in and Return Revenge Resurrection. Here's your first spin. You get John Carpenter. Ooh. You want to keep that or spin again?
I know we've talked about it being starting to get boring.
It's a bit now.
I think we should probably go with it. Yeah, we'll keep it.
Yeah.
Okay. Aaron will ask you your John Carpenter questions. You guys ready?
Right.
Yep.
Here we go. Question number 1. In the Mouth of Madness, what weapon does Sutter Kane's agent attack Trent with?
Oh, it's axe, I think. It's at the beginning of the movie, right? It's the guy at the beginning. That's the agent.
Yep.
Axe, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Yep.
Good job.
Looking a little haggard there, but that's okay. All right. Question number 2. What sport did Dennis get injured playing in Christine?
Football?
Oh, this is football. Yeah.
Football.
Final answer.
Football is correct. Sorry, Luis.
All right.
Question number 3. What subject was Howard Birack a professor of in Prince of Darkness?
Is this physics?
Okay.
Answer multiple.
Okay,
choice.
Birek. Just Birek is which one? The
We'll repeat the question.
repeat.
All right. What
Just
subject was Howard Birek a professor of in Prince of Darkness?
It's Victor Wong,
Right.
I think. So it's physics, right?
Right.
Yeah.
5.
Yep.
4,
Physics. Final answer.
3, 2. That is correct for 2 points. Physics, quantum physics. Either one would have been acceptable there. I should have probably said specific if I wanted quantum physics. I'll learn in future question writing here. Anyways, question number 4. What state does John Carpenter's Village of the Damned take place in?
I know the town name. I don't know what the state is.
What's the town name?
Midwich.
Midwich.
It might be fake. It might be made up.
Well, no. I'm just thinking like.
Yeah.
Answer.
I guess we got to go multiple on this probably.
Yeah, let's go multiple.
Okay, multiple choice.
Your options are A, California, B, Oregon, C, Nevada, D, New Mexico.
Okay, I don't think.
Nevada
what do you think?
I'm thinking Oregon, maybe.
Yeah, I was going either California or Oregon.
Yeah, I think I like Oregon.
5.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, Oregon. Final answer.
Oregon is incorrect over to the Screen Kings for the steal. Your options are A, California, B, Oregon, C, Nevada, D, New Mexico.
Any idea, Jeremy?
I think it's California. I think.
You want to go California?
All right. Yeah, California. Final answer.
That is correct for the 1 point
Let's
steal.
go.
Jeremy just picking where he is. That's fine.
I mean, I always think it's California. I always think it's
All right, and the final question in the round. Who plays Catelyn in John Carpenter's Vampires?
Oh my goodness. Maybe she's from Twin Peaks. Yeah, what's her name?
From Twin Peaks. That's
Shirley. Is that right?
Oh, come on.
Answer or repeat in 5, 4, 3.
Dean, ask for the repeat.
All right. Who plays Catelyn in John Carpenter's Vampires?
Cheryl.
Cheryl
Lee.
Cheryl Lee.
5.
Is that right?
4. I think so.
Cheryl Lee. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Over to Screen Kings for the 2 point steal. Who plays Catelyn in John Carpenter's Vampires?
Cheryl Lee is the only actress I know in that movie.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know who any of the other actors are.
Answer or repeat in 5, 4.
I'm sorry, I got nothing. I don't know who else.
I can only think of James Woods. If I'm being
honest. This dude looks like a lady because it's Mark Boone Jr. who plays Catelyn's a man.
That's a tricky one because Cheryl Lee plays Katrina.
Man.
Gotcha.
It's not a tricky one. It is the name of the characters, and this is supposed to be
it was a good one.
Bring Pez back.
Nothing tricky about it. It is the character's name. So you can bring it up.
I'm going to bring Pez in here. He's going to complain about asking character questions. All right. That being said, at the end of this round, Return, Revenge, Resurrection getting their score up to 15. Scream Kings at 17, so we still got a close match. As we go on to round number 3, which is it's not here anymore, sadly, the Austin Pez Howell Memorial Synopsis round. Prior to the match, both teams drafted 3 general movie categories. These 6 choices are in a pool, which we'll start with, and the teams can select them at any time. The team who's trailing will select first, choosing which of the categories they want for a 2-point synopsis question. If at any point that trailing team takes the lead, control switches to the other team, who will then choose from the remaining categories until they take the lead, and we go back and forth as the teams go through 2, 3, and 5-point questions. Play ends when I ask all 6 questions or one team is mathematically unable to catch up. And as a new feature, because so many people asked for it, I'm going to give you all the categories on the screen. So here are the categories today. We got the 1980s, the 2010s, animal and nature survival, found footage, literary adaptations, and slashers. I'll be asking your questions, RRR. So what would you like for your 2-pointer out of these categories?
So here's my idea, Alex. They're really good at 80s. They can hit a 5-pointer in 80s. We take that for 2 to take it off the board.
Okay, that's fine. I have 3 written down here that I think would work. So I have like 80s, literary, and slashers.
Let's go 80s.
Okay.
All right. 1980s, 4-2. A teenager believes that the newcomer in his neighborhood is a vampire. He turns to an actor in a television-hosted horror movie show for help to deal with the undead. Name that movie.
Fright Night.
Final answer.
That is correct.
Very, very smart, guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So then we will go over here. We'll take 80s off the board.
All
and
right.
Put this back on the screen. Now it is time for the Scream Kings to choose their 2-pointer because we're tied right now. What would you guys like out of these
footage for
categories?
2? Jeremy?
That, or do we want that for 3?
Um,
Let's take it for 2. Yeah.
found footage for 2?
We'll do found footage.
All right.
All right. Found footy for 2. Searching for a missing student, 2 PIs break into his house to finding a collection of tapes. Watching each cassette, they realize there are darker motives behind their disappearance.
VHS.
It's just VHS, right?
Yeah.
VHS, final answer.
That is incorrect. It is VHS 2.
Damn it.
Wow. Yeah, that is
I'm
VHS.
sorry. I jumped the gun, Jeremy.
First one's a little grosser, unfortunately. But
We are all tied up, so we'll go back over. So let me take this. Let me go there. Take found footage off the board.
I'm
here.
sorry, Jeremy. I jumped the gun.
It's okay.
RRR, you can choose out of these categories. What would you like for your 3-point question?
What do you think here?
Do you want to do slash?
I would take the one you think we're best in right now.
Right. Let's do slashers.
Slashers? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take slashers.
All right, we're going to go to slashers for 3. Due to the pandemic, Parker and her best friend decide to quarantine at the family lake house alone, or so they think. Name that movie.
Oh my goodness. The Rental? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Rental, final answer.
That is incorrect. This is
what?
Sick.
Oh,
Sick. I don't even know that movie.
shit.
It's Kevin Williamson's newest slasher movie.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
All right, so we're going to go back. We're still tied, so we'll go back over to the Scream Kings. They can choose their 3-pointer out of these categories. What would you guys like?
What do you think, Jeremy?
2010s.
You want to do 2010s? Okay,
Yeah.
2010.
2010s for 3. Here you go, Aaron.
All right. In 2010s, never take your mistress on an annual guy's getaway, especially one devoted to hunting, a violent lesson for 3 wealthy married men.
Jeremy, I'm pretty sure this is Revenge. I think it's a Shudder movie.
Yes, you're right. Revenge.
Final answer.
That is correct for 3 points and the lead.
All right,
Thank
so
God I
we'll-
just watched this movie.
We'll go back over to Return, Revenge, Resurrection. They can choose from 2 categories. And these are the categories. What would you like for 5? Animal, nature, survival, or literary adaptations?
Let's go literary. Do you think?
Yeah. I mean, would you know more in animal? Not that I would, of course, know the literary.
I would, but I'm horrible at this. I think we should go with what you're good at.
All right, let's try it.
Yeah, literary adaptations.
Literary adaptations for 5. If you hit this, you do send it over to Scream Kings to hit their 5. So here it is. Deadly African bees spread over Texas and kill thousands. Scientists Bradford Crane and Captain Helena Anderson try to find an antidote against the advice of Army General Thalius Slater. Name that movie.
There's a movie called I can't remember what it's called, Hornet or something.
You do have a repeat left. 5
Right.
Forward.
We will repeat the question, please.
Yeah, I think
Deadly African bees spread over Texas and kill thousands. Scientists Bradford Crane and Captain Helena Anderson try to find an antidote against the advice of Army General Thalius Slater. Name that movie.
Okay, hold on. Is this David Cope? David Cobb, same guy who wrote Jurassic Park.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it. Red something? Is it? Not Contagion.
Oh, I can't remember. I know this movie. Shit. Good game, guys.
This is The Swarm.
Yes.
And your winners, the
Let's
Scream
go.
Kings. We'll start with some post-match interviews. We'll drop Jeremy and Hunter back and talk to you guys. You guys, it just came down to right on the tip of your tongue. You guys had the right author. That's correct.
Yeah.
You guys had the book and everything. You just couldn't pull the title.
I've read this. I remember reading this book.
I don't think there's a guarantee the book is called The Swarm. It might be. I don't remember. But
no, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well,
then it would have thrown it over them to answer a very tough category 5. So I don't know if I'm not piling on, but really close, guys. Really close. How you feel?
Thank you. Yeah. It was fun. I think we made it further than either of us expected to in this tournament.
Yeah. I think we had a really good match. I'm really proud of the match. I knew the 2010s 3, so it's all about picking the right category, right? Didn't know the slasher 3, knew the 2010s 3, but this one, that was the movie I was thinking of too, and I just was stuck on Hornet for some reason. So getting close to a 5 is pretty good. So I'm okay with where we are. This is a great match. They played incredible. They got 9 points in round 2. We were good at Carpenter, and we got 6. It would have been nice to pick up one more question there, but I don't know. I'm proud of it.
I still had fun.
Yeah. Dean, we'll probably see you back in singles before you guys come back in teams. Once we finish the tournament, we'll have you guys back in the rotation. Any teams you haven't played yet that you'd like to see?
Yes, let's play She's Dead, Dude.
All right, She Died, Dude. Still in this tournament.
She Died, Dude.
Yeah,
I also got the name wrong.
I think they're expecting that. They're still in the tournament, so once they drop out, we'll try to get that set up for you guys. But Alex, Dean, always a pleasure. We'll see you guys soon. Bring in today's winner, going on to the semifinals, Hunter Chambliss, Jeremy Adams. Guys, great match today. How you feeling?
Stressed, man.
Yeah.
They played an incredible game. Got so lucky in round 2 with Jordan Peele. But yeah, nothing to hang their hats on. They did fantastic. Thank God I watched Revenge recently, so I had that fresh on my mind.
I knew a movie it was because we've studied it. I just couldn't remember the title.
Yeah.
So thank God you did.
Oh, dude. And I still feel so bad for jumping the gun on VHS. I thought 2-pointer, tape. I went for it thinking it was one of the obvious answers. But again, great job on VHS too, John. But yeah, I'm super excited to continue in this tournament.
Well, let you know who you're playing next. You are playing the Crazed Butt Stabbers, that being our singles champ, Dylan Vantine, and his partner, Bill Messinger. How are you guys feeling about that?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. We're definitely going to have to come up with a totally different strategy playing Dylan. That's a very different, now we're, I think usually like some more general like directors and stuff like that can help us, but I think we're going to have to try to go elsewhere in the trivia for playing those guys. But yeah, this is going to be, you get to the third stage of the tournament, you're going to be playing a great team. So we're just going to have to 100%. Be ready. Yeah, I feel like we were well prepped tonight. I feel like we could be even better prepped the next time. The luck was definitely in our favor again. But I just have to say, Hunter, this was totally your match. You really, knowing Jordan Peele, knowing Revenge, you carried us through tonight. I feel like I've kind of, gotten us there a couple times before, and it's just awesome. I really think we're gelling as a team now. And, with what you know and what I know, and with putting a little, getting more of those study chess sessions going, I think we can do this.
Much love, brother. Much love.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that was lovely.
I was going to say that too. It seems like there's never this isn't a knock. There's never a match where like you guys both do awesome. It's either like Hunter knows everything or Jeremy knows everything, and like one of you guys scores a ton of points. The other one's just like, this is fun to watch.
Yeah,
that's always what happens every match. So that's a good trait to have in the team. But we'll see you guys back in the semifinals, and we'll wrap this up right now. Aaron, final thoughts. Now that the semifinals are set.
Yeah, I'm really excited with all 4 of the teams we have in the semifinals. Very good match today. It really could have been anybody's match for sure if there's just a difference in a few of the round 3 choices, I think. And Dean and Alex, I think they're going to continue to get better. Dean is getting more confident, I think, within the horror with each match. And then Alex just getting more confident with regards to playing this style of trivia. And then the Scream Kings, it's Jeremy and Hunter. We expected them to be here. And no disrespect, but like, they're starting to play how we kind of expected them to play from the beginning a little more. So if they both have that on game, they can compete with anybody. So next match should be very entertaining. So definitely a great tournament so far.
Well, if you made this far in the video, you should like, comment, subscribe, and share. Facebook group is Why We Love Horror. TikTok is WWL Horror. And hey, look, I'm gonna throw this up here. Look, it's vote for me in the Face of Horror competition.
John.
Vote daily, and then tell your pet. What's that?
Beat the thoughts.
Yeah, beat all those thoughts. There's just girls. They're just wearing tight tops. They don't know anything about horror. They're just wearing tight tops with their breasts out. Don't vote for them. Vote for me. They don't know anything about horror. I'm gatekeeping against those bitches. All right. Anyway, so yeah, schedule's always the same. Mondays versus Tuesdays horror headlines. Hunter's on that show. You'll see Hunter on horror headlines. Wednesday we do special editions. Thursday we do Why We Love Horror, and Friday Why We Love Horror trivia. You're watching it anyway. I'm JWMaher, and that's Aaron Brooks. He's also got a great MMA channel you should check out in the description. For Alex Rupp, for Dean Manness, for Hunter Chambliss, for Jeremy Adams, for everybody else who showed up today, and whoever's watching at home. Hey, we do it all for you, and we'll see you next week.
Game over.
I'll fucking kill you!